Welcome, Vault Dwellers. My name is Nacho Bidness, and we are at the Thunder Mountain Power Plant today because I wanted to show off how to build a one-way locked door that does not require the keypad and also has an alarm to it. If you're interested in what this looks like in a normal camp, I showed this off in my last camp tour, so go take a look at that. Nice thing about this design is that it locks from the inside, doesn't require any keypad, and the alarm means that I can put my character to sleep, go step away from the game a minute to get a drink or go to the bathroom or something, and have an audio cue if someone opens that door to let me know there's something going on and I need to hurry back to the game and see what's what. So we're not going to try and make this look good or do a completely decorated thing today. This is just a tutorial on how to wire up this door. Could be this door, or it could be any of the other power doors that are available. It's just that you don't need a keypad for this to work. I've gone ahead and built this once before, and I've actually got everything stored, but I'm going to go through the menus and show you how this is done as we go along. And the first thing that we're going to need is we're going to need a switch. The power for this switch, we're actually going to wire this whole thing backwards from door to power source. Hopefully that will help keep it clear how it works, but the power from this switch is going to actually come from inside the building. So we just go from there, and then I've already set up a pass-through conduit here, which this sucker can be a little hard to grab. Sometimes it helps to move the switch a little bit farther away from it. There we go. Those pass-through conduits can be a little hard to grab. So I'm just going to move that switch up to eye level, and of course right now with no power on it, it's not going to do anything, and so that's really the key of how this whole thing works, because that pass-through conduit, I am going to put a switch there in between it and my power supply. Now I have chosen for this particular build to have my power supply outside. I generally do. I know that it's bad from a PvP standpoint to have your generator outside, but from a roleplay standpoint, I don't think that a nuclear power generator right next to my bed sounds like a good idea, and neither does a diesel or gasoline powered generator that potentially kills my character with carbon monoxide poisoning. Again, no game mechanics there, just something that I like to do for the sake of realism. You, of course, can choose to put your generator inside your building if you so choose. So let's just get this wire going up here. Of course, this pylon represents a generator or anything else. It's just it's connected to one of these power supplies from the power plant itself. And that wire right there looks like it wants to go in space, and then we've got a spark that is going. So we just select and deselect to make those work. So our door's open now, and we've actually got the one-way locked door already wired. Let's go ahead and just kind of build a box around this to give a little bit clearer demonstration of what's going on. just put some walls down here, and I'm going to leave one corner open here. And then I'm going to put some roofs down. And again, it's just so that I can be secure and being away from the game for a moment, and still have access to a stash box and a bed and anything else I might like to have inside my little building. And for an actual camp, I'd go ahead and seal that off and complete that wall. But we can demonstrate now how this works, because the switch power on the inside is powering this. If I'm outside the building, I can run that door at will, and if I come inside the building, I can shut the door. And now this switch on the outside does nothing, can't be used. So another player would have to actually bash their way through the wall in order to get at me. But that wasn't the only thing that we had going on with this. I liked having an audible alarm when I was away from the game. So let's go ahead and get that set up. One thing that we also want to do, or that I like to do at least, is have an override for that alarm. So if I'm just in my camp doing my thing, I don't necessarily need that alarm, and so I like to be able to turn it off at will. The doors are usually pretty soft when it comes to passing wires right through the wall. So that wire is now connected to the door, and this conduit will be hot anytime the door is open. So the next thing to do then is put another switch here so that when the door is open, the switch has power. And this way I'll be able to have an override for my alarm. So I'm just going to kind of get that conduit down there, make things look just a little bit neater. And the last thing I need to do is pass power back outside the building again for the alarm. Now you can use the little glitch that a number of people have been showing lately as far as replacing a wall, like making a doorway, passing a wire through the door, and then replacing the wall. Since I wanted to have kind of everything in this corner and a wall-mounted switch, that particular trick is tough to pull off, so I just use another pass-through conduit. And just to keep things straight, I'll use a ceiling connector here and connect to that. So now this has power anytime the door is open and this switch is in the on position. Last thing to do is go and put another conduit on the wall just so that we can route power to the roof. And the reason I like putting these alarms on a roof is so that another player can't turn it off without me noticing. It's hard to get up there without a jetpack, or maybe you could do it with the marsupial perk. So the alarm is located near the bottom of the defense tab. Of course, it does require a plan in order to use it. So there we are, and we should be ready to go. So the door is open and the alarm is sounding, and I've got my audible cue that I need to come back to my game. I don't know about you, but I like to put my character to sleep in camp in order to step away from the game for a minute. It just feels like the most secure place if I need to take a little bit of a bio break. So there we go. This door only works from the inside, or at least I should say it's locks from the inside, so we can have a nice secure place to stay. I guess one last thing that we can do here is we can set up a light that is only going to be on when the door is open, because the only power emitter that we've kind of got in the area is that little conduit right there. So let me go find nice ceiling light to put down, and that way, if the door is closed, we aren't necessarily drawing any attention to ourselves. So close the door, you see there, and oh, I have my audio turned off so that I don't get feedback when I do the video, and I apologize. I should have gone ahead and hit that manual override. But the alarm is now off. I can be in camp and not be annoyed by my alarm, and I can set it again when I leave or if I go to sleep. And like I said, I've got a light in here that is linked to that door and is only on when the door is open. So that is a nice little practical build that has a little bit of in-game function to it, and I hope that that you find it useful. If there's something else that you think that you would like to see me try and build, I would love to hear about it in the comments. And if I missed anything here, or if you have questions, also love to hear about it in the comments. If you liked the video, be sure and hit the like button. If you didn't like, please tell me why so I can do better for you next time. And if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. I have plenty of 76 content coming. And next video, we're going to see if I can get the perks that I need for it, but I think I've got a cool idea for a trap house. That the nice thing about that is going to be that it's one that I don't have to be around for it to be functional. So stick around for that. Until then, my name is Nacho Bidness, and I'm saying it's a great big wasteland out there. Let's go have fun in it.